Hello. Welcome to the browser overview for remote participants using Confero Meet. Starting in the upper left-hand corner, you have a red button to leave the meeting at any time. Moving down to the bottom left, you can click to expand the agenda item. As we haven't started an agenda item yet, nothing is active, and we can see an overview of the different items. Everything with the speech bubble is a discussion item. Everything with this picture of a small ballot box will be a voting item. You have your Request to Speak button. This will activate your microphone and webcam, which we'll do in a moment. Over here we have a picture of a gear. This is where you can change your device settings at any time. It can also give you a preview, again, of your video if you just need to see a quick confidence check. And over on the right side, by default in a discussion item, you'll just see the participants. Right now we have one current speaker, Carl, who is live in the meeting room, who you're also seeing in the video. And then below, you'll see the other participants that are in the meeting. And lastly, you'll see absent from the meeting. So these are people that were invited but have not joined. You'll also see a little grayed out picture of the ballot box here about voting. There's nothing active, so there's nothing to view there. This will automatically light up and switch to the voting tab once a voting item has been activated. So now I'm going to activate my microphone by pressing Request to Speak. If you're truly in a request to speak, you'll be entered into the request list and someone in the meeting room will have to recognize you to activate you. Or if you're in direct speak like we are right now, you'll simply be able to join the conversation. So now you'll see that I am split screen in addition to the people in the meeting room. My Request to Speak button has been replaced by this red button. You can press this button when you're done speaking to turn off your microphone and your video. You'll also know that your entire browser window has a red square around it indicating that you're live to help give you another visual indicator. As other people join the conversation, the video will automatically switch to the next speakers. Right now, it'll always be up to 2 speakers in the split screen. So now myself and Dan are the most recent speakers, so our videos are live. And you'll see as Carl was still on, his video comes back. You'll see that when nobody is speaking in the room, our cameras have moved to a preset high-wide position, and I have moved to a smaller video in the bottom right corner here. And now that we have multiple speakers again, my video has gone to a large screen in a split screen with Istvan.
Hello, I will activate the next agenda topic, the call to order. Now I can activate from my units the next item.
And you're seeing in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen the agenda item is changing. And if you click to expand it, you'll see as the list advances. So we've gone past agenda item 1 and we are on number 2. Now we're on number 3. And now we'll move to some voting sessions. As you'll see, on the right-hand side of your browser, it is automatically switched to the voting tab, and you have your first question here. So we're going to be asked to approve a recreation center parking lot resurfacing. You'll also notice that we have this overlay over the video to hopefully make it very obvious that there is a voting session that we need to pay attention to. So I'm going to go ahead and vote and confirm my vote. You'll notice that I can see how I voted. I can also go back and change my vote as long as the voting is still open. And now you see the voting has finished, and we see a snapshot of the different responses. This is people voting both in the meeting room as well as people voting remotely. Now another voting session has started. You see that this one has 3 voting options, and we can again select our vote. Now in this case, you'll notice that we don't see how we voted here. That's because this is selected as a secret vote, so we want to keep our responses private in this type of voting session. You can still go back and change the vote by clicking the Change Vote button. And you'll see again how everybody has responded. And now another voting session has begun. You'll see here that we aren't just limited to red, yellow, and green. In this case, we are voting on a color of a decorative tile. So we've gone ahead and made each voting option kind of match those colors just for fun here. So again, we can go ahead and vote, and we can see the voting results again. Now we see that the voting portion of the meeting has ended, and the right side of our browser has gone back to our speakers list as we saw in the earlier part of the meeting. So now we've run through all 8 agenda items, and you'll see in the bottom left that we see no active agenda item again. When the meeting's over, it can be ended by the host, or you can leave at any time by clicking Leave Meeting. And you'll see now that the meeting has been ended by the host that we've gone back to our dashboard. There is no longer a meeting in progress, but we can still see any upcoming meetings that we're invited to. Thanks for watching.